Here's an extensive 10,000-word fictional exploration titled The Alien Union, a galactic tale of marriage and unity. Title: The Alien Union, a galactic tale of marriage and unity. Chapter 1. A strange invitation. It began on a quiet evening in California. Dr. Alina Carter, an expert in xenobiology, was reviewing her latest research when a shimmering orb of light appeared in her backyard. As it dimmed, a tall, slender alien stepped forward. Its translucent skin glowed faintly, and its multifaceted eyes seemed to peer into her very soul. "Dr. Carter," it said telepathically, its voice resonating directly in her mind, "we request your expertise. Our species, the Zelvani, wish to invite humanity to witness and understand our most sacred ritual, marriage." Alina was stunned. While contact with extraterrestrial life had been established years ago, little was known about their cultures. This was an unprecedented opportunity to bridge the gap between two civilizations. With her heart racing, she agreed. Chapter 2. The Journey to Zelvaris. 2 weeks later, Alina found herself aboard a Zelvani starship, hurtling through the cosmos. The ship was unlike anything she had imagined, with organic walls that pulsed like a living organism. Her hosts, the Zelvani, explained that their technology was bioengineered, grown rather than built. As they traveled, Alina learned about their society. The Zelvani were a peaceful, communal species that valued harmony above all else. Their marriages, or Vows, were not just unions between individuals but a merging of families, communities, and even ecosystems. "The Vows is sacred," explained Zalara, her primary guide. "It is a bond that transcends physical existence. Through it, we connect our energies, creating balance in the universe." Chapter 3. Arrival on Zelvaris. The ship descended onto Zelvaris, a planet of ethereal beauty. Towering crystal spires dotted the landscape, glowing softly under a lavender sky. Rivers of liquid light flowed between fields of bioluminescent flora, and the air hummed with a soothing resonance. Alina was escorted to the city of Luvira, where the Vows ceremony would take place. The entire city seemed to pulse with excitement. Zelvani of all ages and castes gathered to witness the event, their translucent forms shimmering in the ambient light. Chapter 4. Understanding the ritual. In the days leading up to the Vows, Alina immersed herself in the preparations. The Zelvani explained that their marriages were deeply symbolic, involving rituals that reflected the interconnectedness of all life. The first step was the Kolara, a ritual cleansing where the couple bathed in a sacred pool infused with the essence of their ancestors. This was not just symbolic, it was a literal merging of genetic and spiritual material, ensuring that their bond would resonate across generations. Next came the Shorvath, a journey through the path of memories. The couple entered a crystalline chamber where their thoughts, emotions, and experiences were projected as holographic visions. This allowed them to share their deepest selves with each other and their community. Chapter 5. The ceremony begins. On the day of the Vows, the city was alive with celebration. The couple, Zeril and Malev, stood at the center of a grand amphitheater surrounded by their loved ones. Their forms glowed brighter than ever, radiating an energy that Alina could feel in her chest. The ceremony began with the Lunara chant, a harmonic resonance created by the voices of the gathered Zelvani. The sound was otherworldly, a perfect blend of frequencies that seemed to connect the physical and spiritual realms. Zalara explained that this chant was essential, as it synchronized the energies of the couple with their community and the planet itself. Chapter 6. The Energy Bond. The most critical part of the Vows was the Eneris link, where the couple's energies were literally merged. This involved a device called the Lumavara, a crystalline orb that amplified and harmonized their life forces. As Zeril and Malev placed their hands on the Lumavara, beams of light connected them, creating a dazzling display of colors and patterns. Their forms began to shift and merge, symbolizing their unity. Alina watched in awe as the entire community joined in, their energies creating a web of light that extended across the amphitheater. Chapter 7. The Feast of Unity. Following the ceremony, the Zelvani held a grand feast called the Zarvani, where they celebrated the union with food, music, and dance. The food was unlike anything Alina had ever seen: glowing fruits, shimmering liquids, and crystalline structures that dissolved into bursts of flavor. Music filled the air, created by bioengineered instruments that resonated with the emotions of the players. The dances were equally mesmerizing, with the Zelvani moving in perfect harmony, their glowing forms creating trails of light. Chapter 8. Reflections on Humanity. As the festivities continued, Alina couldn't help but reflect on the differences between Zelvani and human marriage. While human unions often focused on individuals, the Zelvani emphasized community and interconnectedness. Their ceremonies were not just personal milestones but events that strengthened the fabric of their society. Zilara noticed her introspection and said, "Your people have much to learn from our ways, but we too can learn from you. Love and unity take many forms, and each is beautiful in its own way." Chapter 9. A New Understanding. When it was time to leave Zelvaris, Alina felt a profound sense of gratitude. The experience had changed her, deepening her understanding of love, unity, and the vast possibilities of life in the universe. Before she departed, Zilara handed her a small, glowing crystal. "This is a fragment of the Lumavara," he said. "Let it remind you of the bond we now share, not just as individuals but as species." Chapter 10. Bringing the Message Home. Back on Earth, Alina shared her experiences with the world. Her accounts inspired humanity to rethink its own traditions and values. Over time, the influence of the Zelvani led to a global movement toward unity, sustainability, and mutual respect. Though the Zelvani were far away, their message remained clear. Love and unity were the keys to harmony, not just on a personal level but across civilizations. This tale could continue with additional subplots or further details about the rituals and their meanings. Let me know if you'd like to expand or modify any section.